Casting to both YouTube channels.
But it looks like old Kyle
couple races of this
had to bring his friend Mr. James to try and beat you.
Starting grid here as we get an opportunity to do so. Just finishing up the warm-up before we can go into that. Do so. Well, just a moment.
86.
Come on, Wally. Get connected.
While we're sitting right here, I just want to say...
Dorfield here tonight. We've had some dwindling numbers as the season has wound down. That's okay. These guys will still try to make the best of it. On the pole position, as, well, to no one's surprise, Kyle Terzak, a lap time of 22.998 seconds. Outside front row, always the bridesmaid, Brian McCann, second quick. About just over a tenth off that top time. James second row, he'll start third. Will be Timmy Schofield. Fifth starter is going to be Brandon Mefford and Doug Wysocki, sixth. Chris Wally rounds out the field in the seventh position. Drivers eligible for a championship here tonight. Kyle Terzak, Brian McCann, Brandon Mefford, and Timmy Schofield.
Championship night, Richmond and Kern.
Later on this evening at Kern County.
On your behalf, and she done away with you.
Your starting grid here tonight. Field parked on the main straightaway, not really the straightaway per se. I guess you'd call it the dog leg here. A D-shaped three-quarter mile oval here at Richmond Raceway as we get ready to get things underway.
Oh, yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Good luck. Have fun.
Not even a Brian McCann challenge.
Kyle Terzak back in his familiar black and red number 51. Of course, Brian McCann.
I can't hear nothing.
Timmy Schofield will start from the fourth position. James Poleski will start third. Fifth starter will be Brandon Mefford.
Hey, Derek.
Wysocki back in the number 34. He'll start sixth.
Nah, I don't want to wreck nobody.
Out the field in the seventh.
We got 3 of these championships.
Yeah, I literally just went from putting paint on the wall to sitting in the seat.
Not to brag, but bragging a little bit.
How long's your honeydew? About 2 years long.
Just coming out here and having some little fun.
That ain't too bad.
4 is better than 3, and we're sure going to go for it. But I don't want to wreck nobody to get it, though.
Again, race details tonight. 100 laps the race distance. Stage is coming at lap 25 and 50.
Green. Pit road is now open.
Track temperature a little warm, 119 degrees Fahrenheit. See what that does for everybody here tonight.
Got one inside. Still there.
There will be a caution thrown for our first stage tonight, but not for our second stage at lap 50.
Stay high. Clear low.
Pace car is in, field lined up, ready to go. Barney with the flag in hand. And the green flag is in the air. We're racing.
Willing it.
Richmond Raceway.
Stay high.
Terzak to the early lead, now to the bottom. James Poleski looking to the inside of Brian McCann. Out of turn number 2. A little bit of a crossover there. Still to the inside is Poleski. Terzak continues to lead off turn 4. He'll lead lap number 1. McCann way up the racetrack. Poleski giving him lots of room to the right side of his number 93. It's been a little while. Poleski, part-time driver here in the series, but showing up here trying to take a trophy away from somebody. But on the outside, Brian McCann still battling back around that number 93 machine into turn number 3.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap. 23.384.
Back to the stripe, Terzak still leads it. Still close quarters battle as McCann has closed in just a bit. Still worrying about Poleski to the inside. Real loose off turn number 2 is McCann. Keeps his foot down on the floorboard.
The car in P5 just hit the fastest lap. 23.273.
Brian McCann still right there, stalking the 51 of Kyle Turzak.
You get extra credit for that.
I don't know if James just decided it wasn't worth the battle this early on. Tucks in behind the 3. Nevertheless, Brian McCann putting the pressure on the back bumper of the 51. Off turn number 4 once again as we come back to the stripe. Little wiggle on the backside of Kyle Turzak. Back now into turn number 1. McCann right there, a few feet off the back bumper of that number 51.
The leader just did a 23.41. Got one outside. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
McCann still
Got
right
one
in the tire
outside.
tracks of Kyle Turzak.
Still there.
Might have a little bit of pace right now on him for the time being, but how much savings as far as the tires are concerned is Kyle Turzak applying to his race car right now versus Brian McCann. The last time by, both drivers ran identical lap times at 23:33. Back to the stripe. What do they run this time? Almost identical. Turzak 100th faster at a 23:41. McCann not giving up. Pileski giving both drivers some room to run their race for the time being. We'll see. And we got to move to the inside. McCann goes to the bottom.
Yeah, he pulled down on me on that one.
Steps out just a bit. We got a drag race back to start finish. It doesn't pay any points or money right now, but still, we got a battle for the top spot here at Richmond. A little contact. Turzak turns down into turn number 1. Gets into the right side door of Brian McCann. Both drivers still side by side out of 2. McCann tucks back in behind now, trails the 51 of Turzak into turns 3 and 4.
All clear, outside.
And back to the stripe, Turzak, McCann, Pileski, single file as they work into 1.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Forward with Brian
Still
McCann,
there.
the driver's eye camera, courtesy of Whiplash Sim Cams. He trails Kyle Turzak still, trying to at least get that number 3, the blue and yellow machine to the front. Contact once again off turn number 4. They go down into 1. Do they make contact this time? Doesn't look like it. McCann still to the inside, nose out in front off turn number 2.
Good job, man. Now you're the leader. Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
McCann not giving up, sticking to the bottom, sticking to the inside of Kyle Turzak out of turn 4 at the stripe. Looks like McCann, I don't know, he might have led that lap. If he did, it was by about an inch.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
We were touching that entire exit.
Brian McCann sticking to the inside of Kyle Turzak. You got to wonder what lane is going to chew up tires the most between these two.
Stay low.
Rubbing doors again off turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Turzak almost into the outside wall, couple inches shy, but doesn't make contact. Still the side-by-side battle through turns 3 and 4. McCann real aggressive off of 4. They're banging doors to the start-finish line. Again, only 13 laps in. We're running this like it's 13 laps to go. McCann wants that top spot. He wants to get by Turzak, wants to get clear and lead this thing all by his lonesome. Turzak not willing to give an inch. Another door slam from Turzak, but McCann definitively leads that one. 3 down into turns 1 and 2. Takes over the top spot. Crossover from Turzak. Gets the bottom of the racetrack. Shoots him up to the top. Stays off the wall, but loses some track position. Now opens the door for Pileski and Brandon Mefford, who are having their own battle for the 3rd position. McCann gets alongside Pileski, the number 93, up top side. Mefford still not able to get clear. Now into 1. He's got the 3rd spot officially. So we've shuffled the deck here at the front of the field. Brian McCann, now Turzak 2nd. Brandon Mefford 3rd. James Pileski 4th. In Schofield running 5th. Doug Wysocki 6th. Wally is running in the 7th spot. Those two also having their own battle for position. Chris Wally with the preferred inside lane, at least for the time being. Wysocki digging on the outside, some contact. Gets a little crossed up, does the 51 of Chris Wally. He's going to settle back into that 7th spot as Wysocki gets clear with that contact. Back up front, still a bit of a battle here as Mefford is reeled in Turzak. Now, a potential battle for the 2nd spot starting to shape up between Brandon Mefford and Kyle Turzak. Sorry, I missed the mute button on the clearing of the throat. Got a sunflower seed stuck in there from earlier. We're good now. Back to the action. Brian McCann still your race leader. Turzak 2nd. Brandon Mefford running 3rd. All equidistant between each other. Maybe a little bit further gap from 2nd to 3rd, but Mefford still right there. Pileski has lost some ground, but again, the question remains, is this tire strategy for James Pileski? He usually runs pretty quickly around these places. Right up there with pace with Kyle Turzak, running mid-pack in the 4th position. Again, the drivers do have 3 sets of tires over the wall, so 4 if you count what they started with. More than enough. Just a matter of how many do you want to take? How much time do you want to spend in pit lane to get that pit work done? Do you want to take just rights, or you want to go fuel only on this first stop? No sense in really trying to save a set or two. Might just all come down to track position. On more than Brian McCann looking back at Kyle Turzak. Turzak seems to be slightly rejuvenated after that early battle. He's running lap times about a half-tenth quicker than McCann at the present. So we close in on the end of stage number 1, just that quick.
Got one inside. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high.
McCann with the lead. Turzak just a couple of feet off the back bumper of the 3 as they work on a turn 2. Brandon Mefford gets a piece of the wall on exit of 2. Not a lot, just a tiny scrape that right rear. Might affect the side force slightly in that late model. We'll see what happens as this race continues on as we close to the end of stage number 1.
There's the car on the low side. Still there.
Damn, he got it.
Turzak taking a look to the inside as they enter turn number 2. He's there.
All right, gentlemen, that is stage 1.
For the lead back and maybe a stage win. Up the racetrack goes Brian McCann at the stripe. McCann's got it. When does the caution come out?
Catch the A car.
Dan, who got the stage win? Was it Brian or Kyle?
I am
McCann sticks to the outside.
going back to look at it now.
Turzak with the performance. Awfully close. McCann have enough to build the momentum off 4 at the stripe. Turzak, hard to say. I think it was Turzak got that stage win. Awfully close.
Pit road is now open.
Yeah, from my angle, it is Kyle.
10-4, thanks.
Sir. Damn.
Jeepers.
Pit boxing 10.
He had a
3,
whole front
2,
quarter on you.
1. Right here. All right, that's it. Go. Line up single file. Catch the A car.
Stage 1 goes to Mr. Kyle by the front quarter.
Did you say Brandon Mefford?
Yeah.
I could say it, but it wouldn't be true.
Oh my goodness, I was driving the heck out of that tire. No wonder I started getting slower. I ain't calling those numbers out.
As a reminder, gentlemen, the second stage on lap 50 will not have a caution.
Next time
Or
by.
P.
All right, man. Line up on the
No
inside
caution.
row.
If you accidentally hit the yellow flag, I won't be mad at you. Brian might be, but I won't be.
Hey Dan, after the race, can you post that screenshot of that finish? Or I can. I want to see it.
Yes, sir. I should be able to grab that screenshot.
All right, man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. There you go, man. You're now the leader. Next car is the leader. You got one outside. Still there? Hold your line. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Stay low. All right, man. You're back in first. Still there? Hold your line. Still there? Hold your line.
He's got a black flag, don't he?
Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. That was your fastest lap of the session. All clear, all clear. You got one outside. You're clear high, clear high. You just hit the fastest lap.
Come on, low, Tim. Good clip.
How does he not have a black flag? He was in front of me and crossed the line after the green flag came out. not sure what happened to the broadcast. I don't have audio, but I got visual. I ain't heard anybody talking in a long time. Of course, we only got 7 people in here. Points, so the stages count. Stage at 25 and 50. So Kyle's giving up this stage win here. I don't know how the points work, but they do count. I don't know the weight behind them. And then there's 2 races tonight. Both races are going to be the same 100 laps, stage at 25, 50. And then a winner, or the champion, will be crowned tonight as well.
And stage 2 goes to Mr. McCann.
Go inside here, Wally.
All right,
No, we
we're
racing, brother.
halfway to the finish.
Best battle of the night.
Good to see you back on track, Doug and Chris.
Thanks, sir.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very
Are they fresh eggs or rotten eggs?
genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Current pace, 16 and a half minutes remaining.
Daniel, if you're able to, could you text me or put in the Discord the stage winners in order?
Yes, sir, will do.
Pinch you, James.
It's like balancing a light bulb on the end of a broomstick.
We were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people.
If you drop it, it's going to be a bad day.
He cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
Back at Richmond Raceway, you just saw it there.
Oh, I hear Steve.
Some contact between James Pileski and Brandon Mefford. That was the battle for the second spot. Pretty significant impact as Pileski now has some right front damage on that machine. Mefford took over the second position during that exchange. Meanwhile, out front, McCann still in command.
Is it possible to make it to the end on current fuel, or are you looking at green flag stop?
Oh, yeah, we're good. No, taking it to the end.
McCann with a 1.2 second advantage back to Brandon Mefford in the second position. Last laps for Brian McCann was a 23.54, a tenth faster than Mefford at a 23.64. James Pileski at 23.87. No doubt the damage to that machine affecting the pace. 23.60 for Kyle Turzak in fourth. Certainly having some good pace still in that fourth spot. Been caution-free with the exception of the stage break up into this point. Certainly a caution would definitely...
Kyle making his moves.
Turzak getting caught up.
He's back there fighting with...
He's starting to come in at this
James. He just got past James.
Why he's still turning some pretty quick...
He's been saving tires.
On the top.
Oh.
Next on the list.
Makes sense.
Dives to the inside. Pileski knew it was coming, gave him the space. Third place now goes to Kyle Turzak.
Brian's got a almost 3.5 second gap on him.
Are Kyle's lap times faster?
Honestly,
second lead over Mefford.
No.
2 back to third place, Kyle Turzak. As Kyle said in the post-stage 1 interview, work is not done.
Kyle with a 23.582.
Sliding that car too.
To Brian's 23.552.
I think the right rear tire just gave it up. Top 2 drivers though, still.
Shoot, I got more in it. I'm just out here driving.
Only taking right side tires. Oh, Turzak in the fence off turn number 2. He's pushing the car hard. Really wants to get up there and battle with the top 2. Don't beat yourself. That's what they always say. Take what the car is going to give you. You got a third place car, take the third. Now, with the number of wins Turzak has this season, I don't think he's ever really had a third-place car here, but seems to be pushing the envelope pretty hard right now, trying to reel those top 2 in. Don't know if he's going to have the pace to do it here with 31 laps remaining. Proven me wrong before. Time will tell.
Got this car on cruise control.
Up in the second spot still Brandon Mefford. 2 seconds now in the rears compared to Brian McCann, who continues to lead this race. And real loose off at 2 is Mefford. He gets a piece of the wall. Looks like he's got more than just a piece. I think he had an issue there getting into the fence prior to even that incident, as the right front showed a little bit of damage even prior to contact there. Granted, that could have been from the dust-up with himself and James Pileski. Either way, Mefford trying to get closer and closer, but unfortunately...
Big battle between Doug and Chris at the back.
That machine. Yeah, Brandon Mefford appears to be battling some handling issues there in that second spot.
Unless Kyle is still saving, I think he may have cooked him a little bit fighting with James.
$75 laps go up on the board. 26 laps remaining. Again, able to dial it back just a bit, take care of those left side tires that have been on since the drop of the green flag. I don't know if McCann has put in some work this week trying to see if those left sides will make it full race distance here at 100 laps. Either way, the strategy's paying off.
I kept thinking I was saving, but I'm not
sure here. You looking
gaining anything.
Terzak ran a 23.65 the last time to McCann's 23.56. We're talking almost a tenth slower than the race leader, though Terzak does have the fresher tires.
Good thing that car didn't cause a caution. Oh.
Damage.
That was the first lap that Brian wasn't in a 23.
5 laps. Or if it's just not as good on 4 as it is on 2. We'll see if that plays out here, or if
he's back to
an attempt at another pit stop. The green flag.
Don't challenge me. I had to take a drink.
To do that to the end. Time will tell. I don't know what the fuel.
Double dog dare.
We're given a full load of fuel to start this race, and I would assume during the pit stop, the end of the first stage, drivers, if they needed some fuel, they were able to top it up. So 75 laps roughly, maybe a little bit less actually.
Wally's on pit road.
Post stage break. They should be able to make it all the way to the end, would be my guess. Meanwhile, Chris Wally has hit pit lane. And I think this is more due to some damage. The machine on the right side doesn't look the greatest. Trying to get a better look, but Chris Wally might be out of this one. 79 laps complete as McCann crosses the stripe. Lap 80 will go up on the board. McCann now stretches that lead to 3 full seconds over second place Brandon Mefford. Mefford has about 2 seconds plus on third place machine Kyle Terzak. Not a whole lot of battling going on for the time being, but at lap 77 we do have an indication Chris Wally did crash, so let's get a look at that, see what happened here to the 51 machine. Got the fence hard on exit, tried to save it, and then pancakes the left side. Ooh, that's not a fun place to hit either. Pretty significant impact for Chris Wally, and that's going to do it for him. James Pileski still back in the 4th position, uncontested for the time being. Still, though, showing that right front damage. See if he can nurse this one home to the finish as Timmy Schofield there in the distance. about a third of a straightaway behind. You may be able to reel him in. Let's look at the lap times here. 23.92 for Schofield versus a 24.07 for James Pileski. A tenth and a half between the two per lap. Gonna be close. Meanwhile, Doug Wansaki back in the 6th position.
Wonder if James got the old meatball.
Tim Schofield getting a little bit larger.
Showing no flags.
James Pileski's machine. Back to start finish. 16 laps to go. Deficit now about 1.1. Back to the 12 of Tim Schofield. You hear Pileski really playing with the throttle out of turn number 2. Oh, it looks like Pileski's going to hit pit lane. So I guess this is the question. Is this a matter of I just got to get the tire fixed here? Did he get a meatball flag? Did he blow the right front? Or does he have to make this stop for fuel? Don't.
Wally's still parked on pit.
The rest of the drivers follow suit here in the next couple of laps. That'll be our answer. If not, well, I guess that'll be the answer too.
Here, James.
Pileski into the pit stall. Put right sides on it, maybe just make it handle a little better and cross his fingers for something to happen. Drops the jack back at it. My guess is meatball flag for the right front. Strictly a guess. Race leader Brian McCann still in charge here down the back straightaway. Brandon Mefford runs second, 3.8 seconds behind. Mefford in second crosses the stripe, as does Turzak.
10 to go at the line.
Come on, little Brian.
11 laps remaining here at Richmond.
Outside. You're going to need rubber.
Again, stay tuned, folks. If you're still watching right now, we do have one more 100-lapper coming up immediately following Richmond.
I need rubber. Oh,
Kern County. Through the magic of the internet, we can go from Richmond to Kern County in just a couple of minutes. Brian McCann still turning laps in the high 23 category. Kyle Turzak the same. McCann was at 23.70 to Turzak.
damn, they've been feeling good.
7.
I didn't think I was wearing them out that much.
Turzak has the fresher overall tires, the 4 tires, versus McCann's rights only. I just have to imagine that Turzak sustained a little bit of damage in that early battle between himself and McCann. It's the only thing that I can guess is the issue. Not to say McCann isn't capable. He was certainly fast early on, as we witnessed in that battle. But I expected Turzak to at least be a part of this fight as the race wound down. 8 laps to go for McCann. Doug Wysocki might be hitting pit lane. Indeed, he is.
I think you're just trying to avoid that meatball.
Wysocki to the pits with 7 laps to go. Again, I don't believe it's for fuel. It's likely just a tire situation, whether it's right front, right rear.
5 laps to go. We're in a podium position.
.34 in his pit box. Right side tire change. I'd imagine that's all he's going to do here. Down he goes. Right side tire change only for the 34, and he's back in it. Looking for some extra comfort, I would imagine here. I think, and Pileski actually took the spot back from the 34. 5 laps to go. Wysocki giving up some points. Meanwhile, Brandon Mefford has reeled Brian McCann in here with less than 4 laps remaining. McCann was up almost 4 seconds. Now it's 1.5 and closing quickly. I don't know if McCann's got a problem with his right front at this point. Tail end of the car not stepping out at all, so that's not telling us a whole lot.
Mefford painting on you.
Be tight on corner exit.
Oh, I thought that was the meatball.
Shrinks again, 1.3 seconds to Brandon Mefford. Two laps to go for Brian McCann.
That had to be close.
Good racing tonight, gents. I will have stage and overall race finish photos posted.
Yeah, I ain't even going to do a burnout. I'm just going to pull over right here and see what they were.
Final lap for the 3.
I'm going to bet it's less than 5%.
Brian trying to pick up his 6th win on the season.
Nice job there, Brian.
Under a second, the deficit back to Mefford, but I don't think it's going to be.
What the heck is it talking about? I had 28.
But with a couple corners remaining,
Shoot.
I think Brian McCann.
I thought it said you need tires soon at 15, so I started slowing down big time.
Waves.
Y'all can't see that.
Brian McCann wins it at Richmond. Brandon Mefford rolls to a 2nd place finish.
You'll just have to trust me, but Lois is 28.
Back. Still going to finish in
Good win, Brian.
P3.
Thank you.
Brian McCann, your race.
There's not a
winner.
broadcast, is there?
There is.
Quickly parks it.
Hey, Brian, thanks for teasing me, buddy.
Oh, no problem.
Hope we get our top 3 drivers into the broadcast booth for a quick word before we roll into Kern.
I said, look at this guy. He's
Thank you.
making sure that right front don't blow.
Race here at Richmond Raceway. Brian McCann, it's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got me?
Hey, I do. How's it going?
It's going good, sir. Congratulations on the race win here tonight. Watching a great battle in that first stage between you and Terzak. Banging doors for quite some time. I don't know if there was some damage sustained to the 51 or not, but nevertheless, he edged you out for the stage, but never saw him really much after that. You won stage 2 and then eventually the race, man. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that stage points count. So we were racing real hard for that stage 1, and I just cooked my tires. So I got in front of him, but man, tires were done. So he was able to get back around me. So that sucks. But that was some hard racing. So shout out to Kyle there. And then I went on my long run strategy at the end. So that paid out pretty well too. So just glad to pull a win here and stage 2.
Fun sprint race to watch. What can we expect at Kern here in a little bit?
Well, now that I believe I'm in the lead for points, Kyle's going to be coming after me, so I got a target on my back. So hopefully that goes my way.
It's all what we hope to have happen. Brian, congratulations, man. Good luck at Kern here in just a little bit.
Thank you. Strategy at the end, so that paid out pretty well too. So just glad to pull a win here and stage 2.
Fun sprint race to watch. What can we expect at Kern here in a little bit?
Well, now that I believe I'm in the lead for points, Kyle's going to be coming after me, so I got a target on my back. So hopefully that goes my way.
It's all what we hope to have happen.
So Kyle finished 3rd.
Congratulations, man. Good luck at Kern here in just a little bit.
Thank you.
It's Brian McCann, your race winner here at Richmond. Next, we're going to talk to Brandon Mefford. Quickly get a word into our
that helps me
finisher, Brandon Mefford. Steven, HBR TV. You got us?
I got you, bub.
Brandon, congratulations. We'll make it relatively short and sweet. Want to talk about the battle and then some contact with the 93 of James Pileski. I caught it kind of last minute. Tell us about it from your perspective. What exactly happened there? I think it was off turn number 2.
Yeah, we got a little loose. Got a little tight and then a little loose there. I think he bounced off the wall back down into me, but I probably didn't leave him enough for him to make that corner. So my apologies out to him if that was the case. Just good hard racing. Had to get by him so I could start saving that right front tire and try to make it to the end.
Certainly a fun race to watch. Lots of action. Even though we got a short car count, you guys have certainly made it look good regardless. We're looking forward to more of that here at Kern County here in just a little bit. How do you feel about Kern County? A little bit smaller.
Oh, that's where he...
maybe a little bit closer quarters. You got a shot at making this one a win here at the end of the season?
I thought I was going to spin there.
A little bit like Slinger, so...
that wore a lot of my tire out.
But
that one turn.
Ways that are a lot wider and a lot longer, so feel pretty good about going there and battling these guys for the win here.
Looking forward to it, Brandon. Thanks for talking to us, man. Good luck in race 2.
Thanks, Steve.
Brandon Mefford, your runner-up. Next, we're going to talk to Kyle Turzak. I'm real curious to see
look at my black mark.
What Kyle has to say about.
No wonder my tires are shot.
On Kyle, it's Steve with HBR TV.
Look like 3 tires laying black rubber there.
Run here, nonetheless. You sound frustrated immediately. I can kind of understand that. You seem fast out of the gate. You won that first stage. Was it a matter of just maybe some damage with the contact with McCann in that first stage, or was it? I don't know. He took right sides, you took 4. Did the car seem to handle?
Oh, Kyle took 4
versus 2.
No, it's just the issue is that it's dirty air, and iRacing is dirty air. It's just terrible as soon as you get into it. And, I mean, you might as well just say bye to it right on. And once again, it prevailed, and yeah.
Well, we can look forward to Kern County here in the next few minutes, the final race of the season. I think this win puts McCann in front. What's the strategy going into Kern here? Is it just hammer down and go after it, or what?
Win everything.
Win it all. Kyle Turzak, man, a few words. Congratulations, man. Good luck in the next one. With that, folks, we're going to step aside, get a break out of the way, and we will be back shortly here at Kern County Raceway for the season finale of the IROC Challenge Series. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is. And that's pretty much what this
intensity ratcheted up a notch.
Yeah.
Brian, you got a toy at this race too?
My spotter came over the radio with like 10 to go. He said, "You're going to need rubber soon." I'm like, oh, crap. So I started backing it down.
I never got that message.
I barely made it. I was figuring I was going to have the meatball any corner the last 2 laps.
There for a second, I thought Brian actually blew his tire and he was just holding on. And then 3 laps ago, he ran 2 decent laps just so he knew I couldn't get there. And I'm like, what an asshole.
I think Kyle was saving his stuff, hoping that was going to happen. And I was kind of on board with that strategy, except when I just kept slowing down, even though I was saving.
Kern has got that turn 2 exit that everybody likes to hit the wall on.
Well, good luck in this next race, fellas.
Yeah, man, good luck.
You too. Got any top secrets for this one?
No.
Kind of a cool track. I just haven't put any time in here.
I can tell you, turn 2 is probably going to catch you off guard, so look out for that. The wall comes up quick.
Yeah. I think I found that a couple times already.
So for stage 2, it was Brian, James, and then Brandon.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC series, Kyle Steffens, UMP Modified and Silver Crown driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net. Find us on Facebook.
448, that was your fastest lap of the session. Car 051, just hit the fastest lap. 18.445, car stops down low. Got one outside. All clear, all clear. Car 051, just hit the fastest lap. 18.325. Got a slow car up ahead. We have a car stopped down low. Go high. We have a car stopped down low. Go high. Slow car up high. Got one stopped up high. Go low.
Go, he just to the out. He breaks so much later. Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
to cover him off. He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at him. They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Fritz on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As that's still 4 wide on the run down at the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And through the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Aphrodite is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Gonna try and stop Smith. He drops down below, throws the block. Up the racetrack, throws another block. McCann goes to the outside.
Dang it.
The race lead and the win here in Daytona. Crosses the stripe and we're all wrecking it. Brian McCann takes the checkered flag.
You let me have it.
Blaze has newer tires, 6 laps newer to be specific. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. He makes some contact with Zach Millett. Millett drops it back to the bottom. Off of turn number 4 for the final time. Zach Millett's gonna win through the trial for the final time. And oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short's gonna win this. He does. Vincent Short wins.
That was your fastest lap of the session. Outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
Anyway, clear me.
One of California's most unique racing playgrounds. Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway opened in 2013. Located in Bakersfield, California.
Hey, Brian.
It was built about 30 miles west of the former Mesa Marin Raceway.
You have to save pretty hard here.
Races from 1970.
You think you can make it?
2005, including 9 Craftsman Truck Series events. In late
this one I actually don't know.
was purchased by Tim and Lisa Huddleston, owners of
You asked about the cautions. What was the final verdict on that?
Kern Raceway.
Is there going to be a caution just like last race?
Yes, exactly like last session.
Features progressive
All right.
banking in the corners, starting at 12 degrees at the bottom of the track and rising to 14 degrees at the top, as well as 8 degrees of banking on the straightaways. Turns 1 and 2 are raised slightly higher than the straightaways, and turns 3 and 4. Alongside the paved oval, which is a regular host of the ARCA Menard Series West and other stock car events. Tonight, the IROC Challenge Series Championship Race. It's next on HBR TV. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to race number 2 of the evening and the final race of the season, the IROC Challenge Series presented by RS12 Esports. 100 laps the race distance, yet another sprint race here at Kern County. 78-degree track temperature, nice and cool as the sun sets in the background. Drivers with a full load of fuel, 3 sets of tires over the wall. 3 opportunities at green, white, checkered finishes, which I don't anticipate being necessary this evening, and 3 sets of tires available over the wall. Again, also not expecting them to use all of those, likely maybe 1 set, or in some cases, maybe right sides only, as we saw recently here at Richmond. Practice underway, or complete for that matter. Qualifying underway here at the Speedway. Let's go down trackside, follow the action. Kyle Turzak, we talked to him post-race from Richmond just a moment ago. Wasn't too pleased. Right, an 18:32. That's his fast time for now. We'll see what Brian McCann has to offer. So he sits in pit lane. Wait just a moment. It's Timmy Schofield back on the track. First lap of 19:081. I don't know if this is just an extra lap here for some practice. Turned one and then called it done. Maybe he'll go back out here and turn some more, but nevertheless, Chris Wally on the speedway. In the true number 51, Terzak technically the 051.
Green, green, green. Here comes your first time.
Wally is one of the drivers, one of the admins, really one of the guys running this series. Certainly not by himself, has some help out there. 18:71 his first lap. Brandon Mefford in 18:49 on
not a good lap.
Second quick. Little loose off turn number 2. That's going to probably throw away his second lap. James Pileski.
Second one was fast.
21:50 for James Pileski.
Could set that up better.
Meanwhile, Brian McCann out on the racetrack.
Yeah, man, had potential to beat Kyle too, didn't it?
See if he's got anything. 18:41 for the first lap. We'll stick with him for the second lap. See if he can knock Terzak off the pole. Remember, McCann started outside front row at Richmond.
Y'all want me to wreck everybody.
Unable to sweep as Terzak.
Me and Kyle almost wrecked side by side last race several times.
McCann goes 18:3.91. Not enough to knock Terzak off that top spot, but that's going to do it for qualifying here at Kern County. Want to make note here coming into this race after Richmond, point standings are as follows. We've got Brian McCann on top of the board by 13 points over Kyle Terzak. Brandon Mefford is third in the running, 18 points back. And then Tim Schofield is fourth, 23 points back. Those are the 4 eligible drivers to win tonight's championship.
I'm a dummy, then
It may really just come down to finishing positions, but I think, I don't know. I think it's really just going to come down between Brian McCann.
We out here
Brian
racing.
McCann and Kyle Terzak, though. Don't count out Brandon Mefford or Tim
about 44 seconds.
Either one of those drivers can certainly walk away with the title here this evening. We'll see how that plays out throughout the course of this race, albeit going to be a short one, 100 laps, the race distance as we talk, same as Richmond. A little bit smaller track, though. It may get done a little bit faster than we had planned. With that, though, we still have some time left. We're going to step aside for a short break. We'll be back after this. Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics, LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens, UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Cordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net and find us on Facebook.
All right, man. Line up on the outside row now. Pit road is closed.
All right, gentlemen. So this is it. Final race of the
The estimated SOS
season.
is
This race, we will be crowning our champion. Good luck. Have fun. Hope to see you all next season.
Waiting on the final car's grid.
All right, just to update everybody on the points after the last race, Brian McCann first, 13 points back. And second is Kyle Terzak, 5 points behind him, Brandon Medford, and then 5 points behind Brandon is Tim.
So basically what you're telling me, I can't win.
You can win.
No, you can definitely still win. Win the race, you get those 5 extra
Welcome
points.
back to Kern County. We're going to take a look here at our starting grid on the pole position with a lap time of 18.323 seconds. It's the 051 of Kyle Turzak outside, front row, the current points leader.
I didn't know the bonus points either.
68,000ths of a second shy. Row number 2, it's James Pileski and Brandon Mefford. Row number 3, Chris Wally and Tim Schofield. Shotgun on the field, it's the 34 of Doug Wysocki.
You have 3 additional sets of tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Excuse me. 1 point for leading.
Field ready to get rolling
3
here.
points
Still waiting for
leading
one
the
driver to
Mustangs.
get gridded up. That would be Chris Wally.
3 points for pole position. So you're already +3 now. 10 times.
Yeah, let's take a look at the race information once again. 100 laps the race distance to decide a champion here this evening. 78-degree ambient temp, 45% humidity under partly cloudy skies. 2-mile-per-hour breeze, 78-degree.
Hey, repeat.
Drivers have a full load.
Thank you, repeat.
3 sets of tires.
How's it going?
Available over the wall. Though again, I highly doubt we'll see them change them more than once.
All right, man. We're
Field
going
begins
green
to
next
roll
time
away.
by.
Twisted Gaming in the stream chat says the champion will be me.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Don't let him fool you. I think Twisted Gaming, if I remember correctly, is the race official this evening.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
First pace lap
Pit road is
complete.
now
Will be
open.
green the next time by.
Good job. The next car is the leader.
For yet another 100 laps here at Kern County Raceway. Should get this one done in a hurry.
Still there. Stay high. All clear, all clear. Inside. All
Race
clear,
car
all
is
clear.
in as we wait for
Outside.
Barney to throw the final starting
Stay
green
low, there's a
flag
car
on this
behind that.
season.
Still there. Hold your lag.
Command is given. Green flag waves. We're underway from Kern
All
County.
clear, all clear. Outside. All clear, all clear.
Turzak leads them to lap number 1. Battle for second. Pileski to the inside of Brian McCann. McCann's got his hands full with the number 93 of James Pileski as he loses that second spot. Crosses over, looking for it back. As the 51 of Wally's loose off turn number 2. Hammers down the brakes and saves it. Doesn't hit the wall, but he's going to be in the rears big time early on here at Kern. Meanwhile, still the battle for second spot. Brian McCann under pressure now from Brandon Mefford. Now he wants that third position while Turzak gets away.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
What happened?
Turzak scrapes the wall just a bit, coming to start finish. Minimal damage, if any. Pileski still runs second. McCann back in that third position.
Pit road is now open.
Getting post-race, folks, I'm gonna have to hold here when this one's over to get the determination on who the champion actually ends up being. Obviously, a very close battle here tonight.
Oh, repeat. I missed your message.
2 as well.
You're still here.
Caution comes out.
I got 2 other people in my chat, so
The 12 goes around, puts us under our first yellow early.
I don't think it'll work.
In Kern County, it's going to let Chris Wally get caught up. Meanwhile, Schofield trying to get that race car straightened out and headed back down the road. Take a look at the incident here with the 12 of Tim Schofield just a moment ago.
Wait, Brian's getting you up?
Off turn 2, starts to get loose just as he gets back to the power, and a lazy slide almost looks identical to the one Chris Wally had at the start.
there's a third place Nashville,
So there we have it.
Third place.
First yellow of
Yeah,
the
Richmond won the lower one.
Did you?
across 2 races.
Negatives for the 12.
Pit road is closed.
You said the 3. I got really confused.
Now the question will be, does anybody even bother to pit? It is relatively early. We've only run, I think, about 6 laps under green prior to the yellow coming out. May not be a benefit early on.
All-star race.
Benefit late in the run. And again, with only 7 cars on the racetrack and 3 sets of tires to play with, Tim Schofield looks to be the only driver taking advantage of that. We'll see if that plays into things later on tonight.
I don't remember.
As this race continues on,
all right, man,
we'll have to see if this
next time by. All right,
handful of lap tire advantage makes a difference here late. Again, keeping in mind the stages will be 25 and 50. Caution will be thrown for the first stage, not for the second.
Get ready.
Schofield takes rights only. I think that was just to stay on the lead lap.
Red's pretty popular.
May have time to jump down and take the lefts as well. No, he stays out.
Green flag, green flag. The leader just did a 42.841 outside.
They're in chat coordinating that.
Still there.
So field doubled up once again here. We'll get the green flag here at lap 11.
Hold your line.
Get this one back underway.
Still there. All clear, outside. Still there, hold your line. All clear, outside. All clear, outside.
Green flag back in the air. Turzak with a good jump.
That outside line is dominant.
All clear,
Oleski with a good reaction. The battle for third, Brian McCann, Brandon Mefford. Mefford to the outside in the red and black number 83. McCann down low.
Sucks for me.
Machine. We've seen a lot of teamwork between these two this season, but in this final championship race, both drivers.
Oleski's out here blocking for Kyle.
I don't expect to see a whole lot of teamwork between the two of them. Yes, they might cut each other a break here or there, but they're battling each other as well. Effort takes the third spot. Brian McCann slips back to P4. Kyle Turzak mentioned previously when we talked to him post-race from Richmond, how even on these short tracks, these late model stocks, dirty air really does come into play, at least on the iRacing side of things. Really causes that right front tire to burn up. Top 4 single file off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Really, the whole field still single file. Not a huge battle going on with anybody at this point. Chris Wally in the 5th spot, though, feeling the pressure from Tim Schofield. Schofield looking to the inside. Remember, he did take new right side tires. He's taking full advantage of it. Not a huge differential between the two, but he takes the spot. Moves Schofield up into the top 5. Chris Wally back to P6. Brian McCann getting closer to Mefford once again, wants that 3rd spot back. Needs to work his way towards the front of the field if he wants to do anything with Kyle Turzak, but he's got a couple of fast cars in between himself and Turzak. As if passing Kyle Turzak wasn't hard enough, you got to get through these guys just to get there. On board with Brandon Mefford, looking back to P4, Brian McCann. Mefford driving it in pretty deep. McCann backing out his entry just a bit so he can get the power down a little bit sooner, but Not gaining a ton of ground yet. Drives it real well off turn number 2. Gets closed up to within 0.2. Top 3 drivers the last lap all ran 18.59 seconds. Turzak, Pileski, Mefford. Identical lap times that last time by. That's the battle right now. Pileski a little wiggle off turn number 4. Draws Brandon Mefford a little bit closer to that back bumper, which also draws Brian McCann closer to the 83. Going to see some battling here between the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place machines. Turzak's going to be smiling ear to ear for that one here as he can try to get away if they start to fight it out for those spots. Remember, stage breaks at lap 25 and 50. We're about to put lap 25 on the board. Turzak still well in command of this one, trying to gobble up some more points as he crosses the stripe. Final lap of the stage. Still watching this battle from 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Turzak unchallenged in the race lead. Down the back straightaway, on his way to some more points.
Congrats.
Now open.
Off turn number 4, Turzak will take the stage win. And there's our caution. Took a minute, but we got it. Turzak with the stage win.
Pit boxing 1, right here.
All right, repeat, take it easy.
Interestingly, again, Turzak, Pileski both ran the same lap time at the end of the stage. Mefford was only 200ths shy.
Damn, when you hit earlier, did you take off for?
Schofield was 300.
I did not.
Shy.
I just stayed out there to lead a lap. After
Smart man. Smart man.
Field hits pit lane. Likely their first and only stop of the night. Now let's see the strategies this time. Turzak. Bit of an angle on pit entry. Right side tire change for the 051 machine. Drops the jack. And down he goes. 2 tires only for Kyle Turzak. Down and away.
Let the 83 car by.
So they know the deal. Let's pull our stage winner, Kyle Turzak, into the booth and get his feelings on things. Kyle, it's Steve in the booth. You got me? There. Kyle, nice job there in that stage 1 win, picking up some extra points once again. This place seems to suit your driving style a little bit better. Is this feeling pretty good for a championship tonight?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out. I feel like that we got a good,
All right, man, we're going green next time by.
piece right here, and
line up on the outside
with the limited
road.
practice, I think that's definitely helped me with how many laps I turned here, and hope I can close it out. But it's not over.
All right, Kyle. Good luck to the finish, man.
Thank you.
It's Kyle Turzak, your stage 1 winner, certainly looking to try and lock this one up here tonight. You can hear the pressure in his voice. He's feeling it. You know he's got the talent behind the wheel, whether it's in a real-life late model or here in iRacing. He's got 16 wins on this season. Unbelievable record, but it comes down to this one here at Kern. He's got to perform. He's got to win this thing. He's got to get it done if he wants that championship. We'll see if he can seal the deal here tonight. Take home that title.
Stay high.
Brandon Mefford giving a little bump to the 51.
I see it too.
Still there.
Pace car lights are out, so we're quickly going to go right back at it here. It'll be 70 laps to go as the green comes out.
Still there. Hold your line.
Green in the air. Pileski spins the tires just a bit, but he gets a good jump. In fact, he beats Turzak to the start-finish line. Don't know if it cost him too terribly much. They work off turn number 2.
18.35.
Mefford to the inside of Brian McCann for the 3rd spot. Side by side they run. Oh boy, Brian McCann, I thought he was going to hit the wall big time off turn number 4. Kept it off the concrete. Keeps it on the pavement. Down the backstretch once again. Top 2 is Thurzak. Pileski still the battle for a 3rd. Mefford still not quite clear of McCann. Off turn 4 again. McCann shoots up the racetrack. Still stays to the right elbow of Brandon Mefford. Mefford finally gets clear of Brian McCann for that 3rd spot.
The leader just did a 18.507.
Just a reminder, stage 2, completion of lap 50, will not have a caution, very much like the first race tonight at Richmond. We got a battle for second. Brandon Mefford looking to the inside of James Pileski. Pileski tried to throw the block, but Mefford still to the inside. Off turn 4, has to tuck back in behind, across the stripe, remains in the 3rd spot. You don't want to push too hard because then he would risk opening the door to Brian McCann. Still the battle for the 2nd spot. Half a car length between Pileski and Mefford. Closes down to about a yard between the 2 of them. Pileski still a half car length off the race leader, Kyle Turzak. I think Kyle's being smart about this one here. Still out in front. Took right sides only on the pit stop, as well as I think just about, well, half the field. You had Schofield, Wally, and Wysocki. They took 4. Everybody else on 2. 2 tires seemed to be the difference there early on in the first race of the night at Richmond. As it runs here tonight, Turzak still out in front. Pileski 2nd. Brandon Mefford is 3rd. Just curious if the dirty air is really affecting these drivers the same here as it did at Richmond, those that are in traffic. Got to take care of that right front tire if that's the case.
The leader just did a 18.496.
Brian McCann, so I think he's really struggling there in that 4th position. And that
I ain't struggling. Steve.
Tim Schofield still in the 5th position, up 1 spot from qualifying. Chris Wally still here in P6.
Just out here hanging out.
Out the field and
hanging out, having a good time.
Links off the back bumper of Chris Wally.
Nothing to see. Pay attention to them.
Turzak still in command, a car length back to Pileski. Again, Pileski's running a limited basis here this season. He's got 7 starts plus a win. As it is, Pileski still 5th in points.
The leader just did a 18.577.
Top 4 still all within viewing distance of each other. Brian McCann rounding out that group. Schofield in 5th. About 5, 6, 7 car lengths back from the top 4. Just a few laps shy of halfway on the end of stage 2. Right on board here with Brian McCann in the 4th position. You can see those 3 drivers just ahead, but it doesn't appear he's able to do anything with them at this point.
That is stage 2.
I think Turzak realizes he's got a friend behind him in that 2nd position that may not push the issue too hard.
All right, we're halfway to the
almost
finish.
acting like a lead blocker for everybody behind him. But some guys might frown upon that, some don't. But if you think about it, if you're old enough to think about it, back in the day when guys like Dale Sr. were up for a championship, Childress would always throw in, well, an extra car. Someone would pick up.
Always need a blocker, right?
And drive it, whether it was a Jeff Green, a Mark Green, maybe a Mike Skinner, or really anybody that was willing to turn a wheel just to get an extra car out there, whether it was for a lead blocker or to take up a finishing position somewhere in the field, so that if something happened to the 3, he would still be able to secure that title. Always good to have friends at any race, more so here at a championship race. Call it insurance. And let's be serious here for a moment. Turzak, regardless of the strategies or anything about it, he's earned it. If he can pull this championship off here tonight, he is clearly the one that deserves it. He's won 16 races this season. He's been almost untouchable. Had a little struggles on the road courses, but maybe an oval here or there. But for the most part, out of these 22 races, you win 16 of them. Yeah, he's got to make it work tonight, but certainly a worthy champion if it comes down to it. Stage 2 obviously complete here, 55 laps in. Was Turzak, Pileski, Mefford, McCann, Schofield, then Wally and Wysocki. .56 laps complete here.
If you ain't ever seen Follow the Leader, this is it.
Side-by-side break out of the way. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
I met Marco Sgarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Inside, clear low, clear low. All right, man, caution is out, caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. It's the 93 car.
Well, there goes my long run strategy. Uh-oh. What's about to happen?
83, past the... Pit road is now open.
Oh boy, you know Brandon's mad.
Past the...
Back in Kern County, you saw it there in the side-by-side. Brandon Mefford and James Pileski going at it hard for the second spot. Ultimately, something had to give, and unfortunately for the 83 of Brandon Mefford, it was him. Around he went. Caution on the speedway. He's trying to get caught back up. Seemingly not very pleased with the 93. We'll see what happens here, if anything. Yeah, there it is. Not pleased. And around he goes again.
Just a heads up, you know that you only have one set of right side tires remaining. Line up single file. Catch the
certainly some action here at the speedway. Let's go back here and get a look at it again. Rewind this a little bit further because there's certainly more to the story than just that one incident. These drivers are beating and banging for the position, really trying to get them going.
We'll be extending one lap, gentlemen.
Start here live, but here it is. Little bit of contact. Quite a bit of contact. Door slam off of turn 2. It went down into 3. More contact. Little spin. Round he goes. So going back on things, Terzak still remains.
I don't think it'll help though, Mefford.
2 tires again. So did James Pileski. So did Brian McCann.
All right.
Timmy Schofield, Doug Wysocki, Brandon Mefford, and Chris Wally appear to have all taken 4 tires. Now, we didn't get to really see this in the first race as we had the stage caution at 25.
You don't know what to call it.
And then nothing thereafter. Now, we had the stage caution at 25.
He deems it James's fault. He gets the EOL.
But at lap 66, we have a natural caution and some drivers going for 4 versus 2. See if that really pays off.
All right, gentlemen.
Tim Schofield, the first driver on the track with 4 tires. He's going to restart in the 4th spot.
Ooh. Will be issued.
See if he can carry that.
He fucking came up and spun himself, and then he
green.
come and hit me under caution.
All right, man. Line up on the
Maybe pick up a surprise win here tonight.
I hit my brakes and
Be his
turned
first of the season.
He just said I finished him.
My car after he spun himself. How's that my fault?
Oh, this is going to get heated.
The initial cause was.
Remember, Brandon Mefford's got 2 wins on the season. McCann with 6.
Penalty, or we can deal with it after the
Get
fact.
ready.
James Pileski with 1.
All right, man.
And Pileski's only made 8 starts this season.
Green, green, green. You're back in 3rd. Good job. The next car is the leader. The leader just did a 43.285.
Pace car is in as we get ready to go back to the green flag. Terzak with a big jump. Good reaction again by.
Oh, yeah, he's going to block.
Place, oh, sorry, 3rd place. Possibly contested. Schofield.
That was a strategy from the start.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 18.28.
Back to start finish. 31 laps to go. Terzak out in front. Pileski 2nd. McCann in 3rd.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 18.28.
Want to make mention, those of you that might be headed up to Watkins Glen International this weekend for the IMSA 6 hours, the WeatherTech Sports Car 6 hours of the Glen. If you had any interest in stopping at the sticker shop in town, unfortunately, they were raided by police last night. I don't think they're going to be open. So plan ahead, folks.
The leader just did a 18.31.
Turzak remains out in front. The battle is strong for the second spot. Bolesky's got it for now, but McCann was right there to the back bumper just a moment ago. Let's go on board with the 3. Turzak checking out. Brian McCann still trying to make way here and get around.
Didn't mean to do that.
93 off Bolesky.
The leader just did a 18.454.
Great battle for position here in the second spot, but Brian McCann's running out of time. He's got to do something with the 93 here if he wants to try and run down Turzak. McCann scrapes the wall a bit out of turn number 2, just trying to find any opportunity here to get alongside Bolesky and make the move.
Stay low. Stay low. All clear, all clear.
20 laps to go from Kern County. Turzak still out in front, trying to cruise his way to a championship. Bolesky the fly in the ointment of Brian McCann. Brian trying to get around for that second spot, trying to close the gap the best he can. And there he is, crossover, looking to the inside. Gets alongside the 93 into turn number 1. He is there, but can he complete it? Drives it down to the bottom, gets the car to turn very well, while Bolesky has the run off of turn number 2 and gets back clear of the 3 once again. Turzak enjoying a 1 second plus lead over James Bolesky. I'm starting to wonder here what the situation is. My initial thought was Bolesky might be trying to hold up, but he's really not. He's a half a tenth.
I straight spun him.
That's not a lot.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file.
McCann's running the.
Did he break early?
Turzak just can't get clear of James Bolesky right now. So McCann's.
That was on the straightaway, wasn't it?
Get clear of the 93. That's proving more and more difficult. He is running out of time. Less than.
I don't know. That was on the straightaway. That was weird.
15 to go.
Did he hit the brake? I don't know.
We'll watch this fight for the second.
The road is now open.
Not a good look.
I felt like that lap was different than all those other ones.
Turn number 3. Caution comes out. You guys saw it from the blimp. It's if you ask me, it's indisputable, but we'll go back and look at it anyway.
Probably a mistake here.
3, 2.
It's just 1. A moment ago.
Right here.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Just gets right into the back of him, sends the 93 around.
All right, that's it. Go. Drive smart. There are no more right side tires to put on. Line up single file. Catch the 51 car.
So McCann's going to come to pit lane, and I don't know if this is admin related or if he's just going to try and wing it here and get some tires. I don't know if there's enough time for that to even be effective. We'll see.
Pretty good.
It's a hell of a strategy.
Go to the end of the longest line.
Because I was trying to
Brian McCann
set up a pass.
The yellow flag came out.
And I know if I spin, I'm going to get an EOL, so why the hell would I do that?
Well,
that's a hell of a strategy to have.
Well, it certainly got interesting. I'll give you that much.
You got 4 fresh ones?
No, I got 2.
Chris Wally's going to hit pit lane as well, maybe for tires, maybe to call it a night.
All right, man, we're going green next time.
Has to back it up.
All right, man, line up on the inside row.
The fact that he backed it up tells me he's just getting some tires. He'll get back out there.
Wally gonna make it back around?
Brandon's up there for Kyle now, though.
It killed me to have to do that.
Get ready.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm contemplating that he brake checked me because it was odd. It was like on the straightaway when I hit him.
Yeah, so I went back and I watched it from your side and his side, and he was full in the throttle. Like his RPM was screaming when he went around, brother.
Lights are off. We're gonna go back to the green here in just a moment.
Got the bottom 3 wide.
We can drop it
all around. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
What happened there?
That changed some stuff.
Pileski tried to come across the nose of, I think, Dougie.
Green flag back in the air. Zach with the early jump. Gets to the top spot. Gets clear.
Pileski gets turned again down the back straightaway. Caution is out another time.
Again down the back straightaway. Caution is out another
I'm not certain, but that might have been off the nose of Brian McCann yet again.
I'm not certain, but that might have been off the nose of Brian McCann yet again.
No, that wasn't me. That was off. That was Doug and James.
Let's get a gander at this one. No, this time it wasn't McCann. It was off the nose of Doug Weiss.
Race control finds that on the 93. EOL will be issued with the green.
Slow things down a bit.
That one was there. That wasn't there. Sorry, Douglas.
Looks like the 93 did just come up into the 34. It was not quite clear.
Hitting it. I thought maybe I had a big enough run to get you clear, and it didn't work. Don't worry about it.
What does that do to the situation? That's going to put a restart here. Just a few laps remaining.
I knew tonight was going to be interesting. God dang.
First row will be Turzak and Mefford, and row 2 will be Schofield and McCann. Ironically, those are the drivers.
Just a heads up.
McCann, Turzak, Mefford, and
All
Schofield.
right, man, we're going green next time.
Brian, are you streaming?
All right, man. Line up on the outside row now.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Are you able to mute our side?
Yeah, you're muted. You're muted.
I'd stick around for this one, guys. Especially post-race. I don't know if we're going to have some angry interviews or not, but it may be interesting at the very least.
Oh, yeah, 10-4.
Get ready.
Get the one next time by. That'll give us a 5-lap shootout to the finish.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Green flag, green flag. You're back and forth. Next car is the leader. The leader just did a 42.21.
There it is, base car lights going off.
We're in a podium position. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. All right, you're back in third.
Get ready to settle this.
There's the car on the low side. Stay high. Stay high.
Base car is in.
So I can't, I'm against the wall.
All clear. All right, man, caution is out.
Well, Dormegan coming to the stripe. Green flag in the air, perfectly timed by Brandon Mefford. Stays alongside Terzak.
Is Kyle gonna get? Kyle might get an EOL on that one. That looked like it might have been Kyle.
Overdrove that corner, Brian.
Drag race down the back straight away.
Almost got you there.
Terzak with the ins.
Oh yeah, you overdrove it. Be racing.
Clears Mefford. Mefford trying to cross over. He's looking to the inside, down into turn number 1. Does he have it? He gets there alongside just enough to keep.
Look at this replay here.
On the bottom, they switch lanes.
Oh yeah, Kyle got loose.
Goes around.
Kyle got loose and came down and tank slapped
Once
him.
again, as Mefford makes.
I hate I can't show you all that, but
back off turn number 2 and around.
this is going to be interesting.
We're out of shape.
Race control does find that a racing incident, no EOL will be issued.
Look at it.
No EOL.
Yeah, Terzak got out of shape, hit the wall, came down, made a little bit of contact with Mefford, and around he went.
That was clearly.
That was a green-white checker.
I don't know if Terzak got the wall. He was certainly loose on exit, but I don't know if he hit the wall or not.
Oh, we out here just having fun.
No, didn't hit the wall, but was definitely loose.
Such a Brandon, man. That's the second wreck he's been in.
Call a green flag past the penalty on the 12.
You tell these guys are giving it all they got here in the latter stages. Looks like we're going to go to NASCAR overtime.
What was that, sir?
Overtime, for that matter. Late model stock's not really a NASCAR series by any means.
Talking out turn.
Oh man.
So this is going to put
10 for. We'll just make him serve it on the next race.
Of Kyle Terzak on the restart.
Sounds good.
Brian McCann will restart behind the 051.
All right, man, we're going green next time by. All right, man, line up on the inside row.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to jump back up to my chair.
Get ready. All right, man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. Good job. The next car is the leader. The leader just did a 42.103 outside. 2 laps to go. Still there.
Well, get ready, folks. Pace car lights are out, which means one thing. We're getting ready to go back to the green flag. Our first attempt at a green-white checkered finish.
All clear.
3 attempts if necessary. The way this works, green comes out, next flag to be thrown is the white,
back in second.
and then that's that. The caution comes out before the leader takes the white. We line them up and we try it again. In Barney.
Tim wrecked me.
Green in.
Oh.
Green is in the air.
Brian.
Racing. Terzak with a great jump this time.
Sorry.
Hand to the inside of Tim Schofield.
Thought you had it gathered up there.
Time to catch Kyle Terzak. Remember, McCann took some tires, but the temperature is down on Terzak's machine
so good
as well, so that might be a benefit to the 51. On to turn number 4.
I didn't even mean to tap you, but I thought it was going to work out.
Terzak in there. McCann, trouble. Tim Schofield gets into the 3, sends McCann around. Pileski is around as well. Schofield continues into the second spot. Terzak out of turn number 4. He's going to take the checkered flag. And
I thought maybe there was a chance if I got second, I would have enough points, but.
Kyle Terzak, your race winner in a
I don't know.
checkered finish.
That was probably the most exciting race we've had all season.
Certainly a happy man behind the wheel of that machine.
Again, thank you all for.
So your top 3 is Terzak, Schofield, and Wysocki.
I get to see you guys all back next season.
I finished 5th, so I don't even go get an interview. Doug got 3rd.
Season, man.
Tim got 2nd. Let's go back and look at that.
God dang.
Parks it here at start finish. We're going to step aside, get our break out of the way, and be back hopefully with our top 3 after this. Stay with us. We'll be back.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe.
Did you learn that from Brian's brother?
Standing. He is just a.
Oh, that was not how I envisioned that going down.
He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares.
So what was that you, Tim?
And that's pretty much what this firm is.
Yeah, I tapped him just a little bit, and then as he was gathering it up, I couldn't help but get him again. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
That camel's dragging its legs across the fucking concrete right now.
Got it. Steve.
Y'all got it. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yep.
He would have got it anyway.
I think he'd have got it anyway. I think even if Brian finishes second, he'd have got it anyway.
Lap was
to upset it. I think Brian would have had to have won both stages.
Yeah, because Brian finished too far back in the stages.
I didn't get Mefford. I don't think. I was down 5. I led 1 lap. But he was second or third.
They were
the
racing
stage.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistics.
And Brandon knew I was there too, so Brandon had to do something because I had speed at this point in the race on the long run.
Well, damn. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with my Monday nights, Chris.
Facilities.
We're going to still have races. They just won't be official. So
Yeah.
I guess you can jump in the driver's seat.
Indianapolis, Indiana.
I mean, I'm more than happy to jump in the driver's
The
seat.
IROC series. Kyle Steffens, UMP.
You know, I spent $700 on this Fanatec setup at the beginning of the year.
Visit us at spartan-logistics.net.
It just everything went wrong for Brandon on that one.
Racing
CSL DD base, the McLaren GT3 wheel with the CSL pedals.
In the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world.
Whatever is in your rig room.
Head to head against other drivers chosen.
Oh no, I'm not mad. I'm over here watching the replay laughing.
At every level.
It was the latest tap too, and then
series.
Oh, you're talking about where you obviously spun me on the last lap?
Oh yeah, that one.
Experience possible.
No, we're all good. Oh, damn, what lap did I spin James on?
Where did Mefford end up finishing?
In a league with friends.
I can't see in the results. The headset isn't activated.
Behind 6th.
Visit
but I'm about to throw up the points now.
That was on the straightaway.
Well, in a minute. Once I get them.
Did I just have them like
saved and put in? I'll tell you.
At that moment? I must have had him hooked when he started to turn in.
I just want to see if my stay out.
We're both driving it deep.
Under caution.
Yeah, I
and
was just
lead a
so
lap.
close to him.
Did it if I got him or tied him.
Let's do his on board.
I think you only needed 1 point. You made
Yeah,
sure
he
you
was
got
on
it.
the throttle.
Congratulations, Kyle. An awesome run here tonight. Dominant performance. Had to hold off some restarts there. But tell us about it.
Because
last
question is,
we're nowhere near the braking zone. I must have hooked him.
Coney fixed at Nashville Super.
Like right here, I made contact and that hooked him.
And he was like,
Because he started the slight turn in, but I'm on his bumper.
I didn't say go ahead.
I didn't realize I was on his
Go
bumper.
ahead. I had nothing to do with it though. He stayed in there and
Just
you know,
lifts
it
his
was
rear
just all
end
about
up.
saving. You know, those first 25, I just
look at
really
my
saved my
throttle.
tires. And
I got a burn with Chris Mefford blowing me up.
Holy crap.
Run after the first stage caution.
My reaction time on that sucked.
Back there. All James said was that they were racing hard.
According to the replay, I drove right through him.
Keeping Mefford behind, and all I know was after that.
Look at that. He's 45 degrees. I'm still wide open.
I think it's a race deal, but he thinks otherwise, of course. But.
All right, brother. I'll send
I got
invoice over here in just a few minutes, and then
Garbo was too late. So I apologize to that camp. And
what else? Brandon, right?
Back to the replay. Yeah, all I know
was another one Brennan was involved in.
I think Tim had enough of McCann or something. I don't know what happened back there, but we got it done. Finally, after like 5 months, I've been waiting for this moment. Feels like it's been a whole year, but thank you for broadcasting this entire season. Thank you for everyone.
Oh, the Kyle and Brandon incident. Yeah, right here.
Hey, we don't look at that. We look at how the races performed, and I feel like we put on one heck of a show all season.
They take off.
Especially, I mean, this one didn't start out as super exciting as Richmond did, but man, it certainly came together with those cautions there late. In reference to your incident with Brandon Mefford, the way we saw it here on the broadcast,
he's balls to the wall on the outside.
You got a little bit loose and had to correct it as you were coming.
And I think a crossover happens here.
You guys are racing hard for a win there at the end of this thing.
And he's got to run.
I know from tempers are probably flaring a little bit right now, but I think if they look at it and calm down.
How did Kyle get loose, though?
As far as that's concerned. The issue is, I think it was lap 60. I think it was McCann and James. They came together and around he went, bringing that caution out. And then later again, Schofield looks like he paid McCann back. I don't know if there was something going on there, but yeah, McCann went around and that was that. Looking back on it, the battle between you and Brandon Mefford, it was aggressive, sir.
Kyle was in the throttle so hard he thought he was going to hit the wall.
The demon's starting to creep into your mind there as to, I don't know if this guy's going to get me or not.
Yeah, I honestly thought I was going to get moved or possibly jumped because, it's for a championship, and a lot of people would do a lot for a championship, and I just knew to stay calm and on those restarts I need to get as far as
But yeah, that's from like Brandon's angle here. I wouldn't expect Kyle to come down and tank slap. Kyle got loose on that one
perfectly, and he crossed me over, and that's when the incident happened. Like I said, I apologize.
I'm all good. Brandon's
to
not.
Brandon, but
certainly a fun one to watch, Kyle. Again, congratulations not only on the win and the bushel full of wins you had.
Well, good season, Wally.
Championship.
Look forward to next season.
The next season coming up here in August.
Yeah, so about that.
I think some different race cars.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm streaming. Do you want me to stop?
What the schedule looks like.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'll have most of the tracks. I think.
Y'all have a good one, everybody watching.
I have the tracks.
See you next time we stream.
Or at least mute.